Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm doing a product review on the Cook's Essential Precision Oven. Okay guys, this is the Cook's Essential Precision Oven. It toasts, it bakes, rotisseries, broils. Does pretty much everything that a toaster oven would do, except this is a little better. It has an extra double pane glass door and a thick back oven wall to help keep the heat in. You have separate heat settings for the top element and the bottom element. So let's say you're cooking something and you don't want it brown so much on top, you can turn the bottom and the top, set them differently, the temperatures. Now I have this preheating. I'm going to do a chuck roast in this today. We're going to do it for 5 hours at 300 degrees. Okay guys, I'm going to keep the seasonings for my chuck roast pretty simple. This is nearly a 3-pound chuck roast. And I'm going to start out by adding in a package of brown gravy mix. Now that induction oven, I got it at QVC. It was normally $100 and some. I got it on clearance for $89. If you're interested, they still have them available for that price. I'm going to sprinkle this brown gravy mix in over top of the roast. I have a pack of onion soup mix. I'm going to sprinkle this in. Alright, now I have one small onion that I diced up. I'm just going to throw that in. And I'm going to be adding more vegetables to this later on in the cooking process. I'm going to wait till like the last hour to add them so they don't turn to mush. And I'm going to add a cup of water in here. You don't need to put a lot of liquid in because that chuck roast is going to put off a lot of juices. And I'm not even putting the whole cup in. Now I'm going to grab a fork. In this case, a tablespoon. Just something to lift up the roast and get some of the liquid underneath of it. Okay. Now my lid that came with this glass Dutch oven, it goes like this on top. But that won't fit in the oven. So I'm going to turn it like this, and it'll fit in like that. And this is a multi-purpose pan or pot. You can use this as a baking pan. You have this, and there's wire racks that can go in there. Let's take this roast over and get it into the oven. Okay, now that I have my roast, and that Dutch oven is a 6.5 quart, and it fits in there on a broiler pan on the bottom, drip pan, without a rack in. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Now the timer only goes up to 2 hours, 120 minutes. So I'm going to have to come back every 2 hours and add time to that, or the oven will shut off. That's kind of a pain in the butt, but... And I have the top element set at 300 degrees and the bottom element set at 300 degrees. And I'll watch this as we go, guys, to make sure that it doesn't overcook. It may not take quite the 5 hours. If it doesn't, that's fine. I could take it off and let it rest in that pan on the stove. So when this is ready to add the vegetables in 4 hours, I'll bring you guys back. Okay, guys. After the first hour, I cut this back to 250 because I figured to leave it in there for the 5 hours. I don't want to overcook it. Now I said after 4 hours it's going to throw my vegetables, so I decided to do it after 3.5 hours since I cut the heat back. And I also added another cup of water to this. Now I'm going to start by adding in some potatoes I diced up. And I'm going to add in some baby carrots and some celery. Let me grab a spoon. It's going to nestle these down in around the roast. And that roast has come along nice already. I'm going to get this back into the oven and let it finish for the last hour and a half. Okay guys, my time is up. I transferred my chuck roast from the glass Dutch oven into the lid with the vegetables. And I'm going to set that aside just for now. We'll serve it out of there. And I'm going to make a gravy. Okay guys, while I make my gravy, I'm going to tell you a few things I like about the oven and a few things I don't like about the oven. What I like about it is it did a really nice job cooking the chuck roast. It doesn't heat the kitchen all up. Be quiet while I'm recording. And it does just a really good, nice job with the variable adjustments for temperature. What I don't like about it is you have to use a timer. You can't just use it without the timer. Like you just can't set it for 5 hours and walk away, but you're not going to be cooking that often for 5 hours in it. And when you turn it off, when you're done cooking, it doesn't truly go off. All the lights still stay lit, and the start stop button flashes. You have to unplug it. But other than that, it's a really nice oven. Okay, now I'm going to allow my gravy here to thicken up quick. And when that thickens up, then we'll go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Okay guys, let me get in here and show you how tender this chuck roast is. And everybody knows that chuck roast is a tough cut of meat. It can be difficult to make tender, but it got nice and tender in there. Now would I cook it like this again? Noelle, I'm recording, be quiet. Probably not, because I can cook it in the pressure cooker in about 45 minutes and get it good, just as tender. Well, let me tell you, super tender. That onion soup mix, that gravy mix made it really good. Taste one of these taters, nice and tender. Very good to infuse with the flavor from the beef roast juice. And you see my nice thick gravy I made. Some mashed potatoes to go with this. That's really delicious, guys. That's the type of comfort food I could eat all day long. Alright guys, there you have it. A product review on Cook's Essential Precision Oven. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you.